We have Néné, Jenna, and Scott Rueck. Scott, your opening statement.
I thought it was a really just a war, a basketball war. I thought kind of knew that going in, that's what it would be, and I was really proud of our team for rising to that. It's a team that hasn't lost yet. They play extremely physical, disruptive, and have a lot of talent. And I thought we competed at a very high level for a majority of the day, if not all the day. In the second half, the entire time, it was kind of just on, and what a fun experience that was. It was just, it's what you just as a competitor you just hope to be a part of. A team giving everything against a team that's giving everything, and just kind of throwing punches back and forth, and then obviously they hit the one big shot to win it. But man, we made some big shots to get back in it and to force overtime. I felt, opportunity to take control in overtime, and we just could not get the ball to go down. And give them a ton of credit, for playing good defense. And so I was just really proud of the fight that we showed, and really encouraged as we're looking forward. Because this is to me kind of a foundational game to build upon. We've gotten to this point. Now we hit this experience, came up short, which it hurts to come up short in a game like this. But that doesn't change the fact that we had an opportunity to win this game. And, I was, I told him in there, I was just like, it was really fun to coach this team today. I loved how we played and how hard we played and how everybody was all in. And, it's just as this group's growing together, it kind of just, it's the progression that we're on. So sign of good things to come, and give Arizona State a ton of credit, for coming in and finding a way.
Coach, was that the best defensive effort of the season?
I think it was probably. I think our Illinois game was very similar. You're not winning that game without a big-time defensive effort, and I thought our focus that night was very similar. We played angles very well. In this game, it was surprising if we made a mistake. That game was somewhat similar. We actually made a few more mistakes, but that was game 2 or whatever, 3 it was, way back in November. So I thought this game, we adapted very well. I thought we competed on the boards. Néné came in and changed the game at the rim, and I think that really slowed things. And then our zone hurt him down the stretch and slowed things down as well and gave us a chance. And so for us, as we're figuring out offense, you got to live off your D, and especially in a game like this where baskets are hard to come by. I loved what we did defensively, and it looked like our team last year towards the end of the year, in my opinion. And that's a sign of great things.
Jenna, your offense in the first half helped keep the team in the game at a time when the offense was struggling a bit. And then at the end, you had the look to win it. Can you walk us through that last look in regulation that did everything except to go through?
The play wasn't even drawn for me. I didn't even know I was wide open when I turned, and it was right there. Really wish that would have gone in. Yeah.
That would have been fun.
That would have been fun.
Yeah. But you were at like 40 feet though.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was still like
Coach drew up
halfway
obviously a great play. But that was actually, I would take that look. Honestly, it worked. She had a great instinct on it.
Néné, obviously tonight you came in and really did impact the game. How did you see the way the game was developing and what you could bring to help the team out tonight?
Well, I knew that the team needed me, and I knew that the reason why coach called me to play. I knew that he needed rebounds and some presence on the paint, on offense and defense, so I just knew that I had to do my job, which I did.
For Jenna and Néné, the effort that Kennedy put in defensively, full court basically her whole 42 minutes, what can you say about what it's like to play with somebody with that level of relentless effort?
She's inspiring. Every day she just proves how she's our leader. I look up to her a lot. It's really hard to do that for 40 minutes, and she does it every night. So credit to her. She's amazing.
I agree with what she said. Even at practice, she's the one who always like set the tempo. Even against the guys, she's always the first to compete and like lift the whole team up in offense and defense. And she just showed who she is. That's it.
Coach, you've mentioned in the past staying with teams like Vanderbilt, and now this team is another one that you guys have quite literally stayed up with. Just kind of talk about how that shapes the identity of this team and just the positivity that comes out of a close win, like a close loss like this.
Yeah, you could go one of two ways. You know, a loss can hurt you or it can help you, and it's totally dependent upon your character and how you handle it. And this group has taken, you know, each thing in stride. We've learned from wins, we've learned from losses. We just keep getting better as we're figuring things out. And so, you know, the Colorado State game was a disheartening loss. It felt like a game we could have won. Obviously, they're very good, but it felt like that. You know, and this game is the same. Vandy got away from us, but we fought like crazy and we learned. We got exposed in that game in some ways that teams weren't able to expose us previously. Their talent level was just a notch up, in my opinion, and it was so fast, you know, and it was like, okay, we hadn't seen that yet, and then we adapted as the game went on. Oregon was similar in that case, you know, so I think just, you know, when you play against good teams, everything's exposed. Your strengths are exposed, your weaknesses are exposed, and for a coach, it's beautiful. It's like, I need to know exactly who we are, you know, so that 3-game stretch with those losses, while it wasn't fun necessarily, it was fun from a strategic standpoint and from a where do we go now standpoint. And so today I thought it was, you know, a next step, next level in who we have to be in order to win games like this, you know, and obviously this game could have gone either way, you know, and so we gave ourselves a chance against a really good team, you know, and I think the losses add up through all those lessons.
The next time we get to see you here, it will be a conference game. I know that's a ways away, but we're not going to talk to you before then. So looking ahead to that.
You can call anytime.
Okay, gotcha. Where do you feel like this team is at? Are you where you would hope to be, almost but not quite to conference play?
I was really encouraged defensively today. I was worried. I've been worried about our defensive performance. We just, you know, we've given up points in ways that we typically don't historically this year and over the last 3 weeks. And so this week we really went to work on that. It was a heavy emphasis in practice, and then we saw the benefit of that in this game. That has to be our foundation going forward, and so I'm very pleased with that. We need to continue to improve offensively, you know, in our execution and our timing, and that was exposed today. ASU closes gaps and windows so quickly, and if you don't catch and score or you don't pass on time, that opportunity is gone, and now you saw many possessions today. We're up against the shot clock with nowhere to go, and that's just, you know, that has to go away as we go, because we will continue to play teams that are capable of doing what they did. And certainly teams in the end of our season who we want to play against will be like that. And so, you know, so where we're at, yeah, I mean, we're getting better, and that's what I like. I like the character of the group. It's fun to work with them every day, and I think our best is still way ahead, but I like, for the most part, where we're at.
And Jenna, you played a WCC schedule last year in a different uniform. How is it looking ahead to playing these games as a part of this group? It's kind of a different perspective.
Yeah, definitely. I think our games that we played so far have really gotten us ready for conference play. I think we're ready, and yeah, just keep on getting better. And I mean, it's not that different in a different uniform. I'm just glad to be on this team and glad to be fighting with this team.
Anybody else? All right, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Go
you.
Beavs.
Go Beavs.
Go Beavs.